All right, it's 1:30, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. Before I get started, I just want to make sure that we're not having any issues with sound. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me and you're on camera, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. And during my presentation, which won't take very long, if you have any questions, there'll be time for questions at the end, but if you have any questions during that come up for you, just throw them in the chat box. And I may not see them right away because I'm in talking mode, but I will try and check back periodically um, for things that come up in the chat. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all had a good morning and had a good lunch for those of you who are on campus and at home. Hope you took some time to eat um, during your day today. I am really glad to see everyone's faces that I can see on camera, and I hope we get to see each other in person soon when it's safe to do so. My purpose in being before you today is to share some things that I want you to know, some of which you already will know, because if you're a returning student to GLOW, about our College Bound program, and take any questions that you have. For those of you who I know well, what I'm going to share next is about who I am, but there may be some people who don't know me as well. So for those of you who know me well, hey. For those of you whom I don't know or don't know me very well, I wanted to take a moment to introduce myself. So my name is Jaleese Hadley, but as many of you know, on campus, I am Miss Jaleese. And my professional title at GLOW is Director of College Access. And so that's what it says on my name tag, but you can call me your college counselor. So if anyone asks you, who is Miss Jaleese? What does she do at your school? You can say, oh, that's my college counselor. This is my 5th year working at GLOW. And it's my 10th year working in all girls education. And I don't know if all of you know this, but I graduated from an all girls middle school and high school and college. So if you ever want to talk about that, totally open to talking about that. But here at GLOW, my job is to help all of you go to college someday. And we'll talk more about how I do that in a moment. But I want to share some cool things about me that you may not know. One is that I speak German. And when I was in college for about a year, I lived in Germany, and that was a lot of fun. And another really cool thing about me is that I really love to bake and to decorate cakes. So I posted a picture of a cake that I made that is a winter hat, shaped like a winter hat. So that's a talent that I have that not everyone knows about. I hope I get the opportunity to learn some more about you all. And actually, just because I'm curious, throw in the chat box if you have a cool talent that you like to do, or teachers type in any cool talents that people shout out to you, because I'd like to know. All right, so here we go. So let's review what the College Bound program is, because it is a program that all of our students at GLOW get to use even in middle school. Our College Bound program is where we bring together activities, lessons, and experiences that help prepare you to access college when you graduate GLOW. And for you all, that's in 5 more years. And here at this school, we start working on those things as early as middle school, because we know that there are things you can do even now to prepare for your future. You'll see on the slide that I have a graphic up there full of all different types of words that describe what we do in the College Bound program. So you'll see words like trips, which for those of you who were here last year, we visited Meredith College. You'll see resume, applications, which I'll help you with when it's time for you to apply for summer opportunities, or when it's time for you to apply for college or internships. Summer and after school opportunities and advisory, and you'll see there are other words up there as well. All of these are elements that come together that help you to figure out where it is that you might want to go to college, what you think you might want to study, and help you work on the skills you'll need to be successful. So now let's talk about what College Bound looks like for you all. And we are in 8th grade, right? Talking 8th grade? Yes. Yes, thank you, Rocky. So for 8th grade, the College Bound program looks like what you see before you. advisory activities and lessons. Then when I talked about building skills, and talking about what it is that you might be interested or you want to pursue, advisory is a place that you'll have the opportunity to do that. And that is where your advisor works with me as your college counselor. We'll take college visits for your class. You've already had the opportunity to visit UNCW and to visit Meredith College. And hopefully this year, when we're able to come back to school safely, if college campuses will welcome visitors, I hope to take you all to Cape Fear Community College, as well as 8th grade is usually the year where we go on our overnight trip to Washington, D.C., and we visit colleges while we're there. So if we're able to do that this year, we will certainly make every effort to do that, as well as providing opportunities for summer programs and Cool Women Hot Jobs, which is our career day program here at GLOW. So this year, our program will definitely look a little different because we won't be able to be in school physically to have some of these experiences. But I don't want to count any experiences out just yet. So I want you all to stay tuned. I will be communicating with you and with your leadership advisory teachers about virtual opportunities to explore different topics around college, and if there are opportunities to do any virtual college visits. Also, if I have the opportunity to push into your virtual advisory lessons and do some activities with you there. So just be on the lookout for those things and participate. And if we're able to come back to school safely in the coming months, there may be opportunities to participate in activities like Cool Women Hot Jobs if we're able to host it on campus, for example. All right, so before we get to our last piece, do any of you have any questions for me? If you do, you can put them in the chat or you can unmute and ask your question. And I'm gonna look at see what people put are their talents. Mackenzie said she can sleep for long periods of time. I used to be able to do that, and then I had a baby, and so can't do that anymore. Kaden said she's a very good singer. Jama says she's a good rapper. I think Rocky's saying that she's strong. Okay. Angel. I can also eat a lot of food. I'm going to add that to my list of talents. Any questions coming up for anyone? I know that for many of you, this is review because you have participated in our College Bound program for the last couple years here at GLOW. So it's okay if you don't have questions. If anything comes to you, feel free to ask. If you're on campus, you can ask your teacher. If you are not on campus and you have a question for me, I'm going to put my email address in the chat. In general, it's probably good for you to know my email address. Feel free to send me an email. I spend a lot of time alone in my office because of COVID, so, you know. Afri is a baker, so am I. A cool talent to have. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is take an opportunity for you all to talk, or I want you to take an opportunity to talk. So if you are here on campus and you're in a classroom with a teacher and students, when I'm done, I want you all to take a moment and think about and discuss the following questions. If you are at home, I want you to think about the answers to these questions. And if you want to, you can write down some of your thoughts around these questions. And they are, why do you think we have a College Bound program here at GLOW? Why do you think we start doing some of these activities now, even in middle school, instead of waiting until you all are in 11th and 12th grade? What are you most looking forward to doing in the College Bound program? And you can answer this for GVA, or you can talk about what you're most excited about doing once we are safely able to come back to school. And what colleges would you like to learn more about? So take an opportunity in your classrooms to discuss this. And again, if you have any questions, my email's in the chat. You can send me an email, or you can ask your teachers. I'm sure that they may know the answers to some of your questions as well. And that is the end of my talk. So I am going to stop recording. I don't know how though. Stop recording. Here we go.